Hey guys, I'm Michael Hauser, and today we're reviewing the Tortuga Setout and packing cubes. Let's get into it. This is my bag of choice whenever I'm going to see family, or even whenever I'm going on extended stay trips. So without further ado, let's get into it. This is the 45-liter Tortuga Setout backpack. I've had this bag for about almost 2 years. This coming Christmas will be 2 years that I've had this bag. I've used it a lot. I've used it from small trips such as going to see family. I even recently took this bag with me to Iceland back in June. This bag really did a great job, and so I just wanted to kind of just give you a brief review of this bag, and nothing really negative to say about it. I will point out a few things that I just think that should be considered before purchasing this bag, but all in all, it is a fantastic bag, and so let's get into it. This is a great bag, and I've used this for nearly 2 years now. I've used it on trips that were as small as just going to see family, and I've also even recently taken it to Iceland, which was an amazing trip. This bag performed very well, and I just wanted to share it with you guys and share a little bit about what I really love about this bag, and just a couple of things that weren't really my taste, but nonetheless, overall is a wonderful bag. So let's get into it. All right, guys, so we have the Tortuga Setout right here. As you can see, it has a small front pocket. I use this mainly for like my phone, my passport, other things like a phone charger, and just other small things that I needed to have access to quickly. Here we have the back side of the bag. We have the straps. They have like a hex foam in each strap. Does provide, it's pretty sturdy and pretty stable. So it really does stay in place whenever you've got it on, especially with the waist clip here. It does a very good job of staying in place, especially the heavier it gets. You will need this. If I move these straps out of the way, you can see the padding that will be up against your back. I would have liked it a little better if there had been a little bit more support maybe in the frame of the bag, just to help, because it does get very heavy the more you fill it up. I think whenever we went to Iceland, I had a pair of sandals and a pair of hiking boots, and then like sweats, a pair of pants, and a couple pairs of shorts, shirts, socks, and toiletries. There were a few times where my shoulders got extremely sore, and that's saying a lot. I do CrossFit, and this thing gave me a pretty good workout whenever I'd be wearing it for long periods of time and walking around. But that's not everybody, so don't let that just deter you from getting this bag. All right, it also has a pouch where you can actually take you can unhook these straps here. Unhook the straps and actually slide both of the straps behind this and kind of just conceal them away and stick that back. And there's actually a handle on this side right here that you can actually hold it like a briefcase. That is very nice. I actually have used it like that a few times, and especially when your shoulders start getting really sore, if this is getting pretty heavy, that comes in handy more than you would think. Quite cushy, and so yeah, that's just a really neat way that Tortuga allowed you to be able to carry this in more than one way comfortably to whatever suits your need. Now let's check out the inside. All right, looking at the inside, we just unzip this right along here, and it opens up. And so first of all, inside the lid here, we have 2 compartments that this is basically where I put like toiletries and socks, underwear, whatever. Yes, there's not a whole lot of organization for these 2 pockets, but they are mesh. So it's very easy to see what you've packed away in them. And for the most part, for basic organization, they work really great. Now moving to the main cabin of the bag here. I do already have the Setout packing cubes, and this is one of the things I wanted to review for this, is that these do not come with the bag. These come separate, but these are made specifically for the Setout Tortuga. These are the Setout packing cubes, and I highly recommend getting some of these because they're just going to make your life so much easier, and it's going to allow you to get the most out of this bag when you are packing. So these two smaller cubes here, they're the exact same size and they fit into the shape of the bag. These pretty much had t-shirts and I think underwear in there, and then this big one is where I would put shorts or any thin pants. And what's great is, so the bag, I don't know if you can really tell from the video, but I'm going to do my best to show. The walls are very steep on this bag, and so with the packing cubes you can have several things stowed away but still have about 3 inches or so of room to work with to like roll up your clothes, whether it be sweats, t-shirts, pants, whatever you've got going on. You can roll it up, pack them in there, and have quite a bit of clothes on top. And like I said, one thing that I did on my trip to Iceland is I had like some shirts and some sweats and pants rolled up from like here up, and then I had a pair of hiking shoes, some of the Salomon trail runners, and I had those stuffed right here. And then I had some flip-flops that were just kind of stashed because they're real thin right on the sides there. And that worked out really good for me. But again, it did get kind of heavy. So I recommend just try to be as efficient as you can. And this bag, it definitely can hold a lot. Just know in advance that you want to carefully consider everything that you're going to pack into this bag. All right. So that is the main cabin of the Tortuga. Now there is a laptop pocket right here on the top as well that folds over, and you can stash a laptop all the way down in there, along with some pens, pencils, anything else that you may need. There is a clip for what if you have just anything that you need access to hanging there at the top. There is a pencil pouch zipper there, and you can also has a compartment for charger, external hard drive, whatever it may be that you are traveling with, and that's very convenient there at the front as well if you need to get to those things quickly. Just a couple other things that I want to talk about real quick. There is a cup holder right here, kind of a neoprene type material that you can place a cup holder there. And then one thing that's also really nice, especially if you're flying, one other thing about this bag that is really nice, especially when flying and you're trying to get it as compact as possible, not only so it stays still while you're wearing it, but also to fit into your the overhead bins on your plane, are these 4 straps here on the sides. So once you've gotten everything in it that you need and it's all packed down, then you can cinch it down and it will keep that shape, making it nice and sturdy and ensuring that your stuff is going to stay where it was packed. You can cut down on just a little bit more volume and space that you're going to be taking up in that overhead bin. So those are also a very nice feature to this bag. So that is my review of the Tortuga Setout backpack. This is the 45 liter, and I believe it retails for somewhere around $240, like $239, $240, somewhere in that range. And so it's not the highest price bag that I've ever seen, but definitely not the lowest. This bag is made for traveling, especially if you're not wanting to check any bags. That is one of the best things about this bag, is that It is carry-on size. I think it's the max size that you can have as a carry-on. So out of all the times I've flown, I've never had to check a bag, which is fantastic. So you didn't have to worry about losing your luggage or anything like that. I always had my stuff with me. One of the drawbacks is, again, how I mentioned that it does get a little on the heavy side, especially for an extended trip. Like when we went to Iceland, I had a lot of things that I wanted to make sure that I had with me, including camera gear, drone, a bunch of stuff like that. So it was packed down. I did have a personal item also. I do think that overall this is a fantastic bag to have, and if you're looking for something that you can travel with the peace of mind of knowing you're not going to lose your stuff, and that it is airplane friendly, even on smaller airlines, this bag is definitely something worth checking out. That's my review for the Tortuga Setout. I appreciate you guys for watching. Have an awesome week.